If you've been feeling overwhelmed and overworked, even though you love what you do, today's solo chat is for you. I'm going to share some examples of how you can start finding yourself in a place of more harmony, creativity, and success on your own terms. Hi, welcome to the Connect with Sheila podcast. I'm an entrepreneur, self-care strategist, and creator of the Seasons self-care app. I'm committed to helping you reconnect to your purpose, elevate your well-being, and build your version of a happy, successful life. Now, today, we're going to be talking about something really transformational that is not just really powerful, but it is essential if you want to be living a life of harmony and a life of joy and a life of well-being. So what I'm talking about is how to find work-life harmony, stepping away from that feeling of overwork and overwhelm that has become so prevalent for people who are creating businesses, movements, and who have a big vision in their future that they're going after. Because let's face it, you have a vision, you have a business, you have something that you're diving into. You also have a life. You have people you care about. You have interests that you want to express and be involved in. And it can feel really, really hard to do it all at once. And so how do we find that dance, that harmony and rhythm of being able to enjoy our lives while we're going after our soul work? And that really often takes a lot of focus. And so I want to paint a picture of a little bit of the before and after, some real stories of change that I've witnessed and that really I want to share because I want you to see that you can experience it as well. When we are so deeply focused in our lives and in the priorities we have right in front of us, and the people we may be caring for as well, it can be hard to look outside of that and to imagine that anything different from our current reality is actually possible. So I want to share an example. Someone who is a CEO, a mom, she's exhausted every night, trying to be perfect at everything. And going through the motions, feeling like, how am I ever going to do all of these things and do them well? Kind of feeling like she's failing at everything, maybe moving forward a little bit, but then seeing one other area of her life kind of fall apart a bit. I mean, certainly we're human. Things aren't supposed to be perfect, but for us to have so much pressure put on ourselves just because we have some big goals, it doesn't have to be that way. And so this person, let's call her Lisa. I'm just going to rename people here for privacy purposes. Let's say that she finally finds a way to connect in with someone to help her kind of see ultimately what she wants and to see the hurdles that are in her way. And she's learned to set some realistic goals. So now she's prioritizing what really matters, and she's giving herself permission to enjoy joy in both of her roles. So that means creating space. That means finding ways to delegate. That means finding ways to say no for now to some things. This is something she's gotten some guidance on and some accountability for and some support in. Let's take another example now. Someone, we'll call her Sarah, who has been skipping her morning runs more often than not to maximize her schedule. So she feels like there's not enough hours in the day. And just for this busy season that seems to be extending week after week into maybe 2 seasons and then maybe 3, and she's starting not to feel really good. Her energy is starting to really slide. And maybe she's starting to feel unwell more often. Like here we are in this season where it's really easy to have little colds and things like that come up. But she really feels like she needs to maximize every single moment. So if she can just cut out that morning run more often than not, then she can really make progress. And then she'll have time to take care of herself because running lights her up. It just gives her so much juice, but she feels like, no, I need that time. So what if she were to learn a different way? That she can actually still start her day with a jog and clear her mind So creativity can land. She can actually think about maybe what she can delegate. She can also focus on what truly will move her business forward instead of focusing on menial tasks that really aren't moving things forward too quickly. That is what moving your body, getting out into nature can do. And it may be time that is not working, but I'm telling you, I've experienced it so many times myself and so many of my clients as well. They realize when they get away from the desk, when they get out into nature, when they go to the gym, when they meet up with friends, when they collaborate and connect, maybe even have a good lunch with some like-minded people to, creatively imagine into the future together, that time is an investment that pays massive dividends. I'm going to leave you with one final example before I go on. And this one, we'll call her Emily. She used to start her days in chaos. So she would be running from one thing to another, grabbing a breakfast bar, and kind of while she's checking her email, first thing, she's munching on that energy bar, breakfast bar, and her coffee's gone cold. She's not really enjoying it at all. She's actually not even thinking mindfully about what she's eating. And so by lunchtime, she's feeling pretty gross. And so, but she feels like, no, this is maximizing my time. And what ends up happening, and this sounds really familiar because this has been me in the past. So I totally identify. That's why I'm chuckling. And oh my goodness, yeah, my stomach's starting to turn as I think about it. But she realizes that when she actually steps outside of that situation, gets some guidance, talks to some other people and learns from them about, well, what have they done to actually maximize their time but still feel good and have a more easeful start to the day, she realizes that having structure, like she's not what you would call a structure person. She feels like structure is too restrictive. And so she likes to just go with the flow. But she realizes that structure is actually going to be the thing that sets her free. She develops a morning routine, one that is flexible, one that can look different a little bit every day, but based on timing, she's not rushed anymore. So when she gets to her desk, she realizes, no, email's not the first thing. And she's had a really decent breakfast, some good protein, some greens, some things that make her feel good. Her coffee was enjoyable and warm. And she instead starts the day with the most important thing that she wants to do that day, even if it's just giving some thought to it. And then she digs into her email second or third because she realizes that an extra 45 minutes to an hour is not going to cause things to burn down. So she realizes, okay, there is a different way. So these three examples, I really just wanted to share them with you because they're not just transformations, they truly are revelations. And in each of them, not only have I witnessed people walk through this, like I've experienced pieces of these things myself. We start to live our lives thinking that there's only one way to do things. And we feel like pressure and chaos and jam-packed schedules is the only way to have success because it's what has been modeled for us. It's what we see. Well, I'm here to tell you there is a different way. And if you've ever had a day where some meetings have canceled and things have opened up for you, you know what I'm talking about. You realize, whoa, there's open space. What will I do with this? And maybe you called a friend, maybe you had a lunch, maybe you finally dove into that project that you've been wanting to start. You just needed to do an outline for, but you didn't have the space and you decide to use this found time to dive in. And within like an hour, you've accomplished so much. We've all had those moments. I want you to dial into that because there is a possibility for this for you as well. And as I've been talking about life, about business, the intersection between our personal life and our professional life, what really can help it be cohesive is having self-care as the foundation. Because what that does is it allows alignment to happen in all different areas of your life. And self-care can be really enjoyable and easeful. It can be playful. It can be creative. So truly, if you're tuning into this episode, it's likely because, like many of the women I've worked with, you're ambitious and you're really passionate and driven. And you like to have things together and you want to make things happen. But let's be real. This entrepreneurial dream, this moving forward into new avenues, it's not always as glamorous as maybe it looks on Instagram for some of these people that you're, aspiring to be like, perhaps. You know what I'm talking about, right? So you are strong and passionate. But by the end of the day, sometimes you find yourself feeling tired and resentful. You're stomping around, getting stuff done. Oh, I didn't finish this or that yet. I haven't made the progress. You just really want to strive for excellence. You want to be super efficient. But there's this underlying resentment because you realize that it didn't all happen. And despite your body screaming for a break, often you've just kept pushing forward, right? Thinking I've got to be perpetually productive. So I want to let you know something. These patterns, these ways of being are not your fault. There is nothing wrong with you. This is something that our society has just really conditioned us to believe is the way work happens. You work harder, you push through to prove your worth, and only after reaching your goals do you get to deserve to rest, to enjoy a life of deep meaning, of pleasure, connection, and success. Well, as I've mentioned to you before, and if you haven't heard this in previous episodes, if this is your first episode, I've been in the personal development and wellness industry for over 30 years. I've seen a lot of different fluxes and flowing with these different messages, but it wasn't until my sister's sudden journey with cancer a decade ago, when I lost her actually, that I really came to a profound realization. And that is that we have been conditioned to operate in a way that really is not serving us. And so at that time, well, really within a year and a half, 2 years after that time, as I was healing from that experience, I realized it was time to turn that upside down. And so I want you to imagine for a moment, I want you to, if you can, close your eyes, hold a soft gaze, or maybe just think about this, wherever you may be, that you're still that ambitious entrepreneur. You have big dreams and plans, whatever they may be. But now your days are filled with things you love. You might want to sing at the top of your lungs, celebrate every small achievement, take regular time off for solo retreats or getaways with friends that nourish your soul. You feel rested, relaxed, and fully present for those you love. And you have creative flow and productivity going through the roof because your life is underpinned by the things that you care about and you're taking care of you. I want you to just think about how that would feel, savoring life and celebrating your worth and achievements every single day. This is the transformation that I offer through the Seasons Collective. I've been talking about it for a while now that it's going to be opening up. It is a space where ambitious women like you heal their relationship with work so that they can start feeling really, really good, bringing your big, bold visions to life. We really focus on 3 pillars in the Seasons Collective. The first is honoring your body's wisdom and rhythm, saying goodbye to burnout and hello to work-life harmony. The second pillar taps into play and pleasure to supercharge your creativity. And the third is about getting clear and taking action aligned with your purpose, expanding into your highest potential as a business owner. And so there's accountability as part of that as well. And the way the Seasons Collective is unique is we really combine practical business strategy with embodiment practices that save you time and get you out of overthinking. We integrate celebration into your daily life as a manifestation tool as well. And all of this is guided in harmony with nature's rhythms, alongside a community of supportive Seasons sisters. So this is really where self-care is more than a strategy. It's a fundamental part of your growth plan. We teach you how to harness rest in a way that fuels momentum from a place of wholeness. And we dive deep into mastering mindset and meditation practices rooted in a grounded and ever-expansive nervous system. This helps you get your creative, magnetic juices flowing with more ease rather than constantly responding to stress or freezing up in critical moments. I'm really excited about this group. This is where people get to shine bright, step into new arenas, and joyously get support to live and work in an easeful, playful, and spacious way. So this is really normalized. You get to dream big, unapologetically holding your value and living with heart-led courage. And of course, I may be leading this group, but I really believe in circular leadership. So it's where every member of our community learns from one another's experiences, from their healing and from their wins as well. So this is really about creating a space where you, as an ambitious woman, a world changer, a business owner, are ready to show up, learn, unlearn, and see what you are truly capable of. I'm deeply passionate about supporting women who live with passion at their core, who enjoy challenging themselves, who have a growth mindset, and who love to give back and pay it forward. So if you are ready to step into your vision, to create the impact you were born to make, I really invite you to check out the Seasons Collective to join us. The doors will be opening soon, and I can't wait to see you on the inside. Let this be the season where you transform not just your business, but your life. It all starts with you. It's time to stop working yourself to exhaustion. It's time to learn how to self-source overflowing, joyful energy that not only feels good, but also fuels the big dream, creativity, impact, and success that you were born for. Thank you so much for joining me today. Stay tuned for more insights, stories, and inspiration on your journey to becoming the best version of yourself, both in your business and in your personal life. Check out details for the Seasons Collective in the show notes. And if this resonated with you, really take it to heart. And if you know someone who you feel it may also resonate with, forward this episode to them. Tag me on the socials. I love hearing from you, and I so look forward to getting to know you. Thank you for listening, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Big blessings.